In the first section of the course, we're going to take a look at several games played on the smallest board, on 9x9. The games will range in difficulty from simple to more aggressive to you'll have to wait and see. All of these games were played by beginners and intermediate players, so there's nothing too crazy going on. Let's take a look at the first game. It's going to be simple, so relax. Both players start with taking the empty corners, and because the board is so small, this also means that they take the sides. After only 4 moves, we can tell that white is aiming for the left and black is aiming for the right. It's black's turn, so black is trying to enlarge their territory and reduce whatever white has. So very naturally, black plays here. White needs to protect the left, so white blocks. Black is trying to get just a little bit more, plays on the second line. White blocks again, and here's the first question. You can probably feel that this stone is in danger right now, so how can black help it? There are many ways of saving the stone, but at this point in our Go journey, it's important to remember to simplify things. And if we play something complicated like this, then maybe white gets an extra move, or maybe an invasion. If we do this one, again, maybe white gets a peep inside and now tries invading the corner. So the simplest move is best. Just connect the stones solidly. And this is exactly what black did in the game. Now it's white's turn and we start looking at the top. It feels like white needs to protect the left side and also maybe reduce the black corner a little bit. And for that, white chooses this move. Black has to block. White blocks. And there you go, white gets the corner. Atari. White connects. And the situation at the top is not resolved yet, so black needs to do something. Black wants to protect the corner and maybe reduce white a little bit. And black played here. This looks very, very dangerous for black. There are too many cutting points. So if you're white, how would you respond to this move? So let me show you what black wants you to do. Black wants you to just block, and then black would connect here and get the entire corner. But no, we're not going to do this. There's a cut, so we cut here, Atari. Black has to connect, and white can capture the single black stone on the second line. Atari, and the stone cannot escape. We saw this kind of capture in the first Go Magic courses, but this situation is just a little bit trickier. So once you know that this stone is captured, you just need to see this from 2 moves earlier. So when you see it like this, you can just imagine that we can get this first white stone for free with Atari, and then we get the second one, and that captures the black stone. So once again, Atari, black connects, Atari. And black has no choice but to give that stone up, just Atari from the other side. Atari, and white captures. The walls and the territories in this game are becoming more and more solid, and now black is looking at the bottom. This stone looks a bit weak, and this is still not decided. So in the game, black played here to reduce the white corner before white has a chance to protect it. Okay, you're right. Of course, this is not the best move, and this is going to be the first one of those advanced and nerdy comments about games. If you're a stronger player watching this course for some reason, then this is going to be the questions for you. And if you're a beginner and you just want the extra challenge out of this course, then these questions are going to be just for that. I won't be showing you detailed answers here. Just try and discover the answers on your own if you can. So just like Ochi-san said, this is not the best move. There's a technique here that is this clamp. And after this, it's quite difficult for white to handle, and white's going to lose a big part of this corner. This is an advanced technique, but it's very commonly played in Go. So try to figure it out and see how it works. But in the game, black didn't know this and played like this. And white carelessly blocked on the first line. Uh-oh. Does it look risky to you? I think it does. Again, so many cutting points. So is there anything better for black than a simple connection on the first line here? If black just connects here, and white will connect, and white is very happy. White keeps most of the corner. But instead of this, black can cut directly. And if white takes a stone now, black can Atari on the other side, and the entire white group is in danger. If this gets captured, white is clearly losing this game. So when this happened, and black played the Atari, white realized the mistake and had to connect like this. Black captures the stone, and white still has to block to make sure that white gets this side with the corner. And now that the game is almost over, take a look at this board and try to find all of the remaining endgame moves. All of the places where the territories are not yet complete and black and white need to play and finish them. I hope that you found that there are 3 major areas on the board. This one on the left looks very tempting for black to play right now, but remember, magical things always happen in the corner. So if black attempts to play here, then white can block, and suddenly black can't connect there. If black connects, the black stones have only 1 liberty left, and white is going to capture them. So this is impossible. And so in the game, black pushed here first, white connected, and black finished this wall. Only 2 places left now. And for the same reason, just because this one is not urgent, black can't really play it first, white starts here. Black blocks, white connects, and a question. Does black need to continue playing in this corner, or is it okay to switch to the bottom right now? And the answer is, black needs to keep playing here, because there's still a cutting point left, and black needs to fix it. If black plays somewhere else, white is going to Atari, cut, and the stone has nowhere to run. Black can't save it, and white will capture it. So, in the game, black connects here. Only 1 place remains, so white descends here, and this move is a threat because of the magical properties of the corner. If black doesn't do anything, white will Atari, and black can't connect. Again, after this connection, all the black stones are captured. So, black needs to connect first, white played Atari, and black connected. The game is over, but before we count the score, I want to show you something. A lot of people are asking this question, like, what happens if your opponent suddenly decides to invade in your territory at the end of the game? What's going to happen? Do I need to capture the stone? How do I respond? Do I need to kill it? Do I need to capture it? How many moves do I need to spend? Is it dangerous? Okay, that was a lot of questions. Let's try to answer some of them right now. So let's imagine that now, instead of saying pass, white decides to invade the black area and plays here. Does black need to spend 4 moves now to capture this white stone? No, black doesn't need to do that. Black only needs to make sure that this stone cannot live here, cannot make 2 eyes locally in black's territory. And for that, black just needs to imagine where is the largest space in this area, where is the easiest place for white to make 2 eyes, and block from that direction. For example, this area looks quite big, so black can block like this, and this way, only this area remains available to white. So we put the white stones into this hydraulic press and start just squeezing them from both sides until they have no space left to make 2 eyes. And when that happens and white says pass and stops playing here, we stop playing too. For example, right now, white played 1 extra stone, and that's 1 extra captured stone for black. But black also played another stone and reduced their own territory by 1 point. So this is +1, -1, the score is still the same. And at this point, some of you will say, but Vadim, isn't this the coolest idea for white to invade into black's territory every time? Because white is not risking anything, black is the one who is in danger. If white manages to live, white wins the game very easily, and black loses everything. If black kills this invasion, then nothing changes. So why shouldn't white try this every time? Well, there's a reason. So let me show you first what could have happened after this white invasion. So white invades here, and black says pass. Black doesn't answer. Okay, so white needs to continue. White plays here, trying to live. Black blocks. White plays another move. And once again, black says pass. White tries to live, but this point is now the vital point. So black plays here and removes the eye. And now these 2 points become mi. So if white takes one of them, black will take the other. So if, for example, white blocks here, black will remove this eye, and this is only 1 eye. White is dead. Has the score remained the same? Not really. Be careful. Remember, when white made the invasion, black said pass twice, which means that white played 2 stones inside the black territory and black just ignored them. Those 2 stones will become 2 additional points that black will get at the end of the game. And if, for example, white is winning this game by half a point, and then white makes this invasion and loses 2 points just like this, then suddenly black will win by 1.5. So be careful when you invade. When you invade, your opponent needs to answer it. If he finds a way to ignore you, you're just losing points. In the game, none of this happened. It was just our imaginary example. So let's just count the score. First, we return the prisoners back into territories. This one goes here, and this one goes here. And we can move the stones around to make it easier to count. Just like this. And then we count. This is 6 times 3, 18 plus 2. White has 20 points. And black has 9 times 2, 18 plus 6. That's 24 points. But white has Komi, remember, 6.5 points. So white now has 26.5 versus black having 24. White wins by 2.5 points. I hope we haven't added too many complications into this otherwise peaceful and simple game. So let's move on to game number 2, which will be a little bit more challenging. See you there. By the way, you can also watch these lessons on our platform, gomagic.org. Except there, you'll watch them with interactive quizzes right within the lessons and practical exercises right after them. And if you enjoy watching these Go videos and you don't want to miss others like this one, go smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and this is Go Magic.